Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a diary of an army girlfriend video. I feel like I haven't done one of these in a while. I feel like I always say that, but I promise you very soon I will have a couple of my own topics that I won't need like a question and answer for. There is a deployment looming over my head, and I'm sure that I will have plenty of opinions and thoughts to discuss with you guys once that starts happening. But for today's video, I am going to be answering something that I get asked all the time. Before I get into this video, I do apologize if my hair is blowing and if you can hear my fan, but it's too hot again. It has reached that point where I'm toasty when I'm under these lights. I'm gonna try to figure out some sort of better filming situation. So the topic for today's video is something that I get asked about all the time. Slightly different variations, slightly different wording, but basically it's, did the military change my boyfriend? How did the military change him? Will the military change my significant other? It's a lot of questions of like, what's gonna happen once they're in the military. From my personal point of view and from my significant other and our experience with the military, it did not change him that much. There may be a few slight changes in him, but there has been nothing drastic that has happened since he has become a member of the army. But that being said, when he did sign up for the military, he went in with a kind of military mindset already. I feel like there has always been something about his personality that was somebody who was in the military, just not signed up yet. He went in calling people ma'am. He was always one to never disclose too much information. It was a need-to-know basis. If you needed to know, you find out. If not, mind your beeswax is one of his favorite sayings, and it drives me nuts. But it's okay. I get it. We're different people. We think of things differently. I, on the other hand, want to tell you everything and anything about all the things, even if you don't care. But that's where we're different. He's always made his bed as crisp as you can make a bed. He already had a crazy attention to detail. I, on the other hand, don't remember anything, but he will remember the smallest, little, most insignificant thing. He never bothered with making up excuses for things, and he's always been one to try to get things done as fast and as efficiently as possible. Went in not liking to plan things. He likes to be told, we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do that, and it's gonna be done like this. He likes to have structure and order and things just laid out, but he doesn't like to be the one to plan them necessarily. All trips are usually planned by me, all excursions, all things like that. Where we're gonna eat is always on me. And even if you are not in the military, every couple knows this argument of, I don't know, where do you want to eat? Oh, I don't care, wherever you want to eat. No, really, you pick where to eat. That one, he'd never be the one to pick where to eat. It's always on me. He also went in a little bit older than most people are when they sign up for the military. He was 24. 24 sounds right, yes. He was 24 when he signed up. I feel like usually people are about 18 or so when they sign up, fresh out of high school, just throwing themselves into the real world and the military world at the same time. But him being older, I feel like he was already set in the kind of person that he was going to be. His personality was definitely concretely in him. He's not really at that malleable age of like fresh into adulthood. He's been an adult for a while, so he kind of knows what kind of person he is and all of that stuff. He's always had such a strong personality and a way of carrying himself that not even the army could take away from him if they tried, and trust me, they tried, and somehow he still got it. A lot of you who ask me this question are a lot younger and are kind of at a more vulnerable age. You might still be in high school yourself or freshly out of high school at this point in your life where everything is about change and everything is just moving so fast, and then you've got your significant other who went and signed up for the military, and that's an even bigger change, and how do you handle all of that? You may already be stressing out about the burdens of adulthood and all of that that comes with it, and now you've got your significant other who signed up for the military, and now you're like, oh god, I really liked what they were like before. What if they come out completely different? And you might be thinking that they are going to leave for basic and they're going to come back like some sort of like military robot or something. And I can almost fully say that that's not true. They're not going to come back just a completely different person. They may come back a little bit different, but they should, I mean, every situation is different, so maybe you're going to get a robot back, but don't take that one little sentence I just said and make that the only thing you take away from this video. You are most likely not going to get some sort of military robot back, I promise. Honestly, every single person is different, and every life experience is going to affect people in different ways. I feel like for most people, I'm not going to say all because you never know, but for most people, the military will make positive changes in them and they're going to come back a better person. If they joined while they were young and immature, the military is going to force them to grow up real quick. When someone is going into basic training, they are being taken away from everything that they have known their whole lives, everyone that they know and love, and they're being stripped down to their core to be built back up as a strong soldier or sailor or marine, etc. And maybe at first, right out of the initial training, they may be a little bit odd, a little bit different, but that's because for a few months of their life they have had this one new way of living and they were taken away from everything that they had before. Now they have to try to find their balance between military and civilian. For a few months they were surrounded by drill sergeants yelling at them for the smallest little things. They didn't have their phones, they were disconnected from everything, they were surrounded by all these new people, all these new ways of living, all these rules, regulations, all of this stuff, and now they need to find that balance. It's definitely shocking to be immersed into that, and then just as shocking being let out of that and trying to find your balance in between the two worlds. And if it wasn't the military, it might be some other job, some other experience, some small little moment can change a person completely. It all depends on each individual, and there's no one set way that a situation or a job or anything is going to affect all people. If your significant other has changed drastically and maybe you don't like it, you need to be able to talk to them about it. Don't attack them like you hate this new thing they do and you can't believe that they did this and why would they do that. Try to be mature about it. Explain to them what you don't like, why you don't like it, how you think they can do things better, because attacking them is just going to probably make them feel defensive and not want to listen to you. You need to try to be understanding that now they have a military mindset as well as their previous civilian mindset. And joining the military is obviously going to make some sort of an impact on your significant other. It'd be kind of weird if it didn't. And even if they don't change right away, people change with time. You are always growing and evolving and changing, and even if you're not in the military, people change. And if they don't change too much out of basic training, you never know, maybe daily life in the military will change them, or a deployment might change them. There's just so many things that can change a person. People join the military with different backgrounds, different experiences, different reasonings, different personalities, different mentalities, and it's all going to vary by each person, how they come in and how they come out. One fun change that my boyfriend has had since being in the military is that he likes to try to surprise me now. You know, all those homecoming videos that just like you instantly start crying because it's just so cute and it hits you in the feels. Yeah, he likes to try to do that. I feel like when someone signs up to join the military, they also sign up to surprise their family and friends back home. Is that like a secret little like part of the contract? Like, hey, you're gonna have to surprise them at least once during your military career. I don't know, I feel like they all love to do it. And it's something that I don't think he would have ever done before being in the military, but I remember his first holiday block leave, he was trying to convince me that his paperwork hadn't gone through, which, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't. That's a different story. And he was saying that he was still gonna get to come home for leave, but he was like stuck in an office or something and just trying to get like on a flight or a bus or something like that. And I of course was frustrated and upset. I wanted to spend as much time with him as possible, and I had just broken my foot 2 or 3 weeks prior to this, so I was pretty immobile and just not happy in general. And I was helping my mom decorate the Christmas tree as best as I could without a foot. And I'm trying to text him, but he's not really answering too often, which is weird for someone in an office, bored and sad and lonely that he's not home for the holidays. Like, he should be on his phone. He shouldn't be like putting his phone down and forgetting about it. That's weird. I was thinking, oh, maybe he fell asleep or something, but then it got like too weird. And just before he showed up at my house, I feel like I caught on and I was like, wait a second. He's coming over right now. So I caught him, and I've caught him every other time that he has tried to surprise me. He'll always give it away somehow, just something in a text or just something won't make sense, and I'm like, I know what you're doing. I'll see you in a few minutes. And he's actually currently planning a surprise vacation for the two of us. I know I mentioned before he doesn't like to plan, and he actually texted me like, hey, I kind of want to just let you plan this, but I want to surprise you. So I'm not going to let you plan this, but it'd be so much better if you could plan this. So it's not a surprise because I know that we're going on a vacation, but he's not telling me where it is, and it's driving me absolutely nuts not knowing where I'm going. All he's told me so far is that it's going to be warm. So if you guys have any guesses of where he could possibly be taking me, could leave those in the comment section down below. Pretty sure he doesn't want to take me somewhere that I have already been before, so no Dominican Republic, no Puerto Rico, no Hawaii. I don't know if he knows that I've been to the Bahamas, but no Bahamas. But it's somewhere warm. So part of me is hoping that he will tell me at least a few days in advance so that I know what to pack, because, I mean, warm could mean warm tropical and we'll be hiking, or it could mean beaches and all I need is bikinis. He hasn't told me yet, and it's driving me nuts. But again, I feel like this is something he would have never done before the military, so even though it's killing me inside, I do appreciate it and I'm excited, even though I have no idea where we're going. But overall, his personality is so strong that they managed to not break the wise guy out of him, which I'm genuinely surprised about. I really thought that he was going to come back a little bit more subdued, but no. I feel like if anything, the military has elevated his snarky attitude, and I'm surprised, to say the least. But I'm also so thankful that he is still truly himself. He just has a new job that is serving our country. And I think that is about all I have to say about did the military change him. I hope that this was a sufficient answer to this question. I know that it wasn't a concrete answer, but that's because I feel like there isn't one set answer to this question. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Diary of an Army Girlfriend video. If you did, make sure you leave it a nice big thumbs up for me. Like I always say, if you guys have any topics, questions, comments, anything related to being a military significant other, leave those in the comment section down below and I might use your idea for my next Diary of an Army Girlfriend video. And if you guys would like to keep up with me on all of my social media platforms, I always have links to them all in the description box down below. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, you totally should. I post new videos every Tuesday and Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!